Well, that was very anticlimactic. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Granite City Bodybuilding Podcast.
Podcast? Can you call it a podcast? We do one a year?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Granite
Podcast
City
number
Podcast.
number four?
Number
Three,
four.
four? I don't know. Can't keep track of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, just giving everyone a rundown of Scottish season, some of the things we've got coming up.
What's
and
going to
just a
happen at the Granite in
general Q&A as
2026?
well.
The run-in, what we're doing the same, what we're doing differently, any changes that might be useful for coaches, competitors, things like that. Things we feel are important to impart. And rather than doing 1,000,001 different posts and videos, we're going to make this into a bit of an infomercial.
Something to help through the cardio.
Yeah. So if you're away to start your cardio, or you're halfway into your cardio and you've started this, like the information should be pertinent to you if you're a bodybuilding fan, if you're competing, if you're a coach.
Or depending on how entertaining it is, something to help you go to sleep.
Hopefully not.
So, ticket sales.
We're sold out.
Absolutely, completely fault the raft.
Not a seat in the house.
No. So,
We told you, like we warned you.
So 10 weeks out, we put up a post saying 85%.
Yep.
And I think within the space of 3 days, the last remaining 30 odd seats.
Shout out to Robert Legg's mum.
Yeah.
I think immediately on seeing that graphic, she bought 11 tickets for the show. So Robert Legg's mum.
Yeah,
You're a star.
she's bringing a bit of an army down with her.
Yep.
But yeah, we weren't joking. The things we put up, I like to think everything we put up is pretty transparent. We don't put things up just to try and get more sales.
That's the point, man. It's
genuine information that we're
the
putting up.
bodybuilding community's show as much as it is ours.
So for all the people who are currently asking for tickets, I mean, we'll do whatever we can to get some maybe standing tickets.
We have a meeting tonight with the manager at the ballroom, basically see if we're allowed to sell, and I know they're not keen on it, standing tickets. But basically try to figure out a way that we can help. Basically just help the people out that have messaged us, things like parents, people competing that are a bit late to the party and are like, oh, wow, am I going to manage it?
Yeah. So it's important to say, by the way, because I don't think it really translates, but tickets are completely out with mine and yours abilities.
Yeah, we take nothing to do with tickets.
It's all the
and that's
venue
by
that deals with
design.
tickets.
Like we don't want to be like, on show day being like, oh, I was meant to sort this person out. We have a guest list, but that is for vendors and sponsors and our mums, essentially.
Bingo.
So we're sold out. We do have a meeting, and we'll update if there is anything update. But at the moment, we don't have a single ticket.
Nope.
Which is an incredible place to be at like 9.5 weeks out. This will probably be out by, say, 8 weeks. So don't get confused compared to people doing your cardio. It's an incredibly great incredibly great place to be in. We've put more into the show this year than we ever have from a time, expenditure, graft point of view. So it's really cool to see people vote with their feet. So we're full. There's not another show in Scotland that can say they are sold out. So that's mind-blowing to me, absolutely mind-blowing.
So
thank you.
Going into this year, not only have we sold out 9 weeks out, we also have the most people we've ever had register. So we're in triple figures now.
Yeah.
Which is awesome to see. Just everybody.
If you, interject, because this is a bugbear of mine, if you, for whatever reason, are pulling prep and it happens, no stress, can you let us know? Just like a wee
nugget. A wee email.
Yeah. So I'm not stood outside the stage being like, here comes Chris Bain. And, he doesn't appear. So
no
just let us know.
No offense to Chris Bain.
We know Chris turns up. That you can say that.
Bingo.
100%. Chris Bain fucking turns up. So yeah, if you're pulling prep for whatever reason, drop us a wee message, an email, however you want to do it, give us a shout.
So yeah, moving on from that, obviously, probably the most competitors we're ever going to have, and now the most businesses we've ever had.
In the room, yeah. People that have been good enough to support, not just us in our show, but bodybuilding in Scotland and the scene in general. A lot of the businesses that we associate ourselves with have a similar feeling towards bodybuilding. Like they love it, which lends to the community, the atmosphere on show day. That's a big part of why we like the venue as it is. Like everyone who's there for the scene is packed into one room, and I think that lends itself to the atmosphere.
Yeah, I think personally, if I was a sponsor, giving up a couple of quid to kind of support the scene, but then it would also be very nice to watch the show, which you don't get at a lot of other shows. So being in the same room, being able to sit at your stall, punt your stuff, and be able to watch the entirety of the show at the same time, I think that's...
Rattle through them quickly, right? So we've got Miss Bikini.
Bikini.
Who's an absolute goat when it comes to bikini manufacture in the UK, in Europe, not just in Scotland, but she's been nice enough to come and support us. She's also put £500 into the prizes for the female overall. She'll have all her wares there, so you can go and check her out. Then we have...
Moving around the room, we have heavy duty.
Big Ollie from Heavy D is travelling all the way from Wessex or somewhere like that.
8,000 mile round trip.
Crossing
the Sahara and however South England goes.
That's about fending off the boats at Dover, I think.
That's
he's going to drive up.
I think he's actually the opposite side from that.
Yeah,
which is like the furthest point you can get.
I lose interest south of the wall. Sorry, guys. But he's travelling a very, very long way.
Very long way to
and I don't think there's a gym in the UK that doesn't have some big mutant walking around with a Heavy D t-shirt on.
Yeah.
So all about bodybuilding, all about supporting. So get along, check him out.
We have Highland
Supplement Centre next. They've been with us since the beginning. OGs. They're like a crack dealer, man. They have this plethora of pre-workouts and
just a disclaimer, they don't actually deal in crack.
Or do they? That's the question, guys. That's the question.
I think if Perform did crack, they'd probably have it.
Is there not a pre-workout called crack?
There is.
Yeah, so they probably do actually have crack.
Yeah.
But yeah, OG, since the beginning, supporting us, supporting bodybuilding, and they've got a lot of cool shit, so check them out.
Yeah, they're always absolutely...
Next up.
The queue for Highland Supplement Centre is always mad as well.
And we're usually in it.
So. Next up, Warehouse, our home away from
Warehouse,
home.
the bodybuilding mecca of the Northeast. So some of the best kit in the UK, all in one gym. It's where registration and tanning and things like that will be. That's something we need to touch on. So traditionally we register everyone in the morning, but what we're going to do is we're going to do a portion off it at Warehouse the day before. So basically, we'd like to alleviate as much stress at our end and the competitor's end. So you don't have to be there fucking bang on the money if you've registered the day before. But yeah, if you have any questions, any headaches, any stresses, like last minute things like, oh, do I do an I walk? Do I do a T walk? What time do you think my class will be on? Anything like that. Myself and Pete will be in Warehouse with dedicated and a video camera, so you may get interviewed, and Darren Mullally. So we'll be interviewing competitors, sponsors, coaches, stuff on the day in Warehouse, but we'll also be dealing with any of your problems. So we'll be in Warehouse where the tanning is the day before to mitigate as much stress and drama as we can for everyone involved. So yeah, get to Warehouse, check it out. Incredible gym, great staff. And they'll also have their Warehouse clobber for sale.
Bingo. Moving around the room, you'll obviously, we're the next ones in line. Everybody knows the story. We've got our own stuff to punt.
We'll have clobber. We've ordered it well in advance. It'll be there.
And not the day after.
And not it won't arrive the following day.
Moving around the room again, we have Atlas Apparel.
Atlas, yeah.
A new edition this year.
Big Gulliver, yeah.
Big Gulliver.
Like autismic psychopath.
Yeah. But the nicest human.
But
ever.
Just the nicest.
So Luke told me when he went down to do some filming with him, like Luke went and like got ready, got like a shower and stuff. Gulliver had like put all of Luke's food in the fridge. He'd like folded up all of his clothes. Just the nicest dude, eh?
Gulliver, could you teach Pete a thing or two, please? It'd be great.
All my clothes are folded. Anyway, enough about my house. We've also got Prep to Go, which is a new edition there.
That's Callum from Prep to Go. So they do some exceptional food deals for bodybuilders. They'll have a lot of their stuff at the show, vacuum packed meats and stuff. Again, very, very high quality, high end stuff. Yeah, if you're looking at like check them out. They sponsor some spectacular athletes in Scotland, again supporting bodybuilding. So we're going to push them to the death because they support the scene.
Bingo. We also have the White House, who
White
are
House,
doing exclusive deals to anyone who's signed up.
Yeah, again, huge bodybuilding fans that want to support the scene. So they're offering a competitors deal, so you get money off on the run up to the show. She's cleared some dates specifically for competitors, so you'll get teeth whitening at a massively discounted rate, and obviously big smiles on stage, please. So get them whitened if you can.
Bingo.
Yeah, so give them a shout. They'll get the show as well.
Also have Harbour Health.
Harbour Health, another bodybuilding stalwart in the Northeast. So they're through in Peterhead. I think this is their third year being open, second year being open. But they've got a bit of a bodybuilding community up there, and again are keen to support the scene. So stop by and check them out as well. We also have Primal coming.
Primal's also coming.
Primal's been supporting us from the beginning. They're a Scottish-based company. I imagine everyone that's watching this has used some of their kit at some point. Glenn and the guys will be at the show, and again, want to support bodybuilding. So last year they threw out, I think, 100 plus t-shirts and gave competitors t-shirts. So again, they'll be helping us give out prizes. They'll also be looking after the competitors by making sure everybody has stuff to take away with them that day. So, and also if you're looking to kit out your home gym, your garage gym, stop by. You're not going to meet a better dude than Glenn.
Moving around the room, you have the goats at Fat Batch.
Do we need to if you're doing cardio, switch out for the next minute. Fat Batch might be the best thing I've ever tasted in all my days. They were nice. You know what? See, when I competed last year. Thank you, Pedro. And Chrissy and Blair travelled all the way to the Universe Expo at the PCA Universe, and I'm sure they came all the way just to hand me a box of Fat Batch.
And they never gave me one when I was down at that show.
Yeah.
But in fairness, when I did my photo shoot, I did get a box.
I hid backstage and smashed that entire box, which led to me being 7 kilos heavier the next day.
Yeah, that had nothing to do with the 2 burgers you had. You had 2 massive platters of sushi as well. You're forgetting I was there and watched you eat all this. I'm a big boy.
And I quite enjoyed the Sunday look, and I'm going to put that all down to Fat Batch. Although I did look a bit watery and soft, I had arms and stuff. It was really cool.
You also had 6 donuts.
Why are you doing that? Why? Okay, I ate a lot of food, right?
Yeah.
I ate a lot of food.
Yeah. So
dehydrated hard and had a great time.
But big shouts to Fat Batch. They've been with us since day one. Yeah. Absolute legends.
I put that down to the veins that I had everywhere.
Ronnie Coleman approved as well.
Yeah, Ronnie Coleman also approves of Fat Batch. So if the king is saying Fat Batch is good,
it has to be
Fat
good.
Batch is good. Yeah.
Moving around the room again, we have No Juice back for the 3rd year, possibly 4th.
Yeah, No Juice Night Company, exceptional clobber. I would argue that it's slightly prettier and nicer than our own. Very sexy. Greg is a great guy. Does all his own illustrations. Incredible artist, and I really rate his comment. I'm not a massive hypocrite, so I can't rock about in natty clobber. I'm not going to be that guy.
This guy can, though.
This guy can. So I love his stuff, but I'd feel guilty wearing it.
But yeah, Greg is an awesome dude. He's
hardcore bodybuilder as well, man.
Yeah.
Mad amount of muscle.
Super supportive.
Physique guy as well.
Super supportive since day dot as well. So it's great to have him
Sports
on board.
coming along. Maria the goat. She keeps me upright, functioning, mobile. I don't think I'd be training at all. I think I'd probably be in a wheelchair for Maria.
The also infamous clip of me lying on the ballroom floor halfway through the show with her elbow in my back.
Maria's also there as a bit of an emergency service in case Pete gets injured.
Yeah.
And needs worked on immediately. So
I probably shouldn't lie down in the middle of the floor though, because it looks like I've passed out. But she's
also doing a
awesome.
competitor's offer.
Yeah, she's doing a full body flush the day before
for about a third of the price it would normally cost Maria. Maria's generally fully booked, but she's setting aside time for athletes. So get in touch. ASAP.
And I think that is everyone that's in the room.
Hope we haven't forgotten anyone. There's actually a couple that may or may not be coming along.
But we can't touch on them just yet.
I want to say that's out of excitement, but we're not trying to build hype. We just don't want to say something unless it's going to be 100%. So
bingo.
Yeah.
But hopefully, if said sponsors do turn up, it'll be huge.
Yeah,
it'll be class.
If you do the math, 600-700 tickets, the tickets we comp, 800, the businesses, competitors, there's nearly 1,000 people in the beach ballroom in Aberdeen.
Yeah.
So first, thank you so much. As long as people keep buying tickets, we'll keep putting this on. But yeah, unbelievable. This is going to be an absolute monster. And obviously we're a bit worried about moving the date as well, because it was going to be the latter end of the season, but everyone seems to have full committed. There are a couple of people who aren't registered that are saying they're doing the show or are not doing the show.
Talk is cheap.
Talk is cheap, boys.
The people that say, I don't know if we should call them out. I think they know who they are.
Yeah, you know you are. Shite bag.
Yeah. If they were to compete, great.
Yeah.
They'd probably do very, very well. But don't say you're going to and not have done it yet.
Also, because I'm just going to go in ahead and assume you're either going to be there or people you know will be there, and you're going to be sat there going, I could be up there. I could be up there with 700 people screaming, and that daft cunt in his fucking top hat with his shit beard shouting abuse at me. Like, I could be that guy, Or you can be sitting eating some white fish and vegetables in the fucking second row. Like, get up on stage, man. Get up on stage.
Do it. So yeah. And for
anyone
anyone else,
being too deep. Like, life is fleeting. You don't know what's going to happen, man.
And just for anyone else in general, just get registered.
Yeah, get registered.
So because of the amount of people we currently have in the show, this is kind of breaking news, if you want to call it that, but we are currently talking about splitting our bikini class.
Yeah, so we might have to split bikini. Because it is so massive, we want everyone to have a fair shot and the right amount of time and attention on stage. We're not a giant machine. We're not just going to mill through competitors. No. So bikini's at a point now where we're probably going to have to split it. There's a couple other classes that are creeping up to that level, but people will drop out of the show. Again, if you drop out, message us. But it looks like we're going to have to split bikini if it continues to trend up the way it's trending, which is pretty cool. Something else is worth noting is we've got a bunch of questions about running order from people, even though it's quite a far way out, and criteria. So our criteria is exactly the same as the PCA's criteria. Now, that's not us. It probably is a bit of us being lazy, but also from a competitor's point of view, it's not confusing. So, we will judge you exactly the same way as the PCA will judge you, as per their criteria. So what it reads on the PCA criteria is how we judge things, and that's to make it easy for athletes. The PCA are absolutely 100% the big fish. So why not emulate it to make it easier for athletes? So that's what we do.
Yeah. Like you're saying, much easier for the athlete. We've always seen PCA as the standard of bodybuilding in the UK. Yeah. It only makes sense to kind of walk to their instructions, I suppose. Yeah,
like they know what they're doing, man. So if it's working, like why would we mess with it? Especially if it's going to make things easier for competitors. Like I think the PCA is 2 weeks before us this year. So you know exactly what you're doing in 2 weeks' time, what the criteria is, what the posing is, everything like that. And then in regards to the running order, again, we're doing the same as the PCA. Pretty sure the same as the PCA, or very similar to what the PCA is. Again, to make timings the same. So if you're a big guy in class 1 and at 2 p.m. you're on at the PCA, then it's likely going to be around about that time with us as well. Again, that's just to make meal timings and sleep and everything like that easy for athletes. Because we've done it a different way up until this point. And what we found is we're getting various complaints from different people for different reasons. So we went to a bunch of PCA shows, competed with a bunch of PCA shows, and I've kind of figured out why they do what they do. And it's a great shout. So we're going to emulate that. So easier for competitors, easier for us. So yeah, make things as stress-free as possible. This is now our 6th year. So it's unlikely that you don't have access to somebody that has competed or at least been to the show. So everything is in the exact same place as it was last year and the years before. The athletes area is exactly the same. We'll have a competitors area with the show pumped onto that, so you don't have to come on stage. Yeah, everything is in exactly the same way. So it breeds some degree of familiarity. So you can go up to anyone and be like, hey, do you know where I need to be for this? And they'll probably know. So again, that makes things really simple. And that's a big reason of why we love that venue so much, because we think it fits bodybuilding how we feel like it should be.
It's just got everything we need. Yeah. The best athletes area I've seen UK side.
Yeah, I think the other one that emulates it is the GAF show in Sweden. I hear spectacular things about that, and that kind of inspired us as well, because I take what I can from the bodybuilding scene, and if that's a good idea, if that's a great shout, I try and run with it. So. What else do we have to cover?
Scottish season?
Scottish season. There's a bunch of shows. We're last in the. We'll do this kind of quick fire because I don't want to bore people. So we're last in the season this year because of the Arnold. And obviously we chatted to Arnie and he was like, "It's cool, guys. No worries. We'll take that weekend."
Yeah, we kind of let him off the hook this year, but asked him politely not to do it again.
Yeah.
So going in order, everything's roughly a week apart.
So it's FMC. They're first and foremost.
Some are on the same weekend. So we've got FMC to start with.
Great show to jump in with if you don't like pressure. If you're there to collect data and have fun. It's not going to be a massive turnout. It's not going to be a massive crowd, but they seem like a very friendly and nice place to go. Mm-hmm. So if you're looking for data, if you're looking for a no pressure environment, jump up.
Yeah.
Next.
Following that, BPA, 22nd of March.
BPA. So previously they were another federation, broke apart from that and have formed their own federation. We love Harry Ogg. I think if he was to break away from the BPA, we would push Harry Ogg's show more because we love Harry so much. But we can't really get behind it because we don't agree with a lot of the things that the BPA themselves do. Politics, aye.
Yeah.
And it's stuff that I think should be left in the dust of old school bodybuilding. Things that I don't agree with. So yeah, Harry, spectacular. The BPA themselves, not their biggest fan. And that comes from speaking to judges, athletes, Pete, pretty much anyone that's been to their shows, judged by their judged at their shows. So this isn't an ill-informed opinion. I'm not speaking nastily about them. I think the more shows in Scotland, the better. I don't feel any threat. Like, we do our thing. We're different from a lot of people, but I don't particularly. I hope there's more shows in Scotland, so it's better for Scottish athletes. So yeah, BPA.
Followed by Jimmy's show.
Jimmy's show. So Jimmy obviously planted his flag with the previous federation we're associated with, which I think was a mistake. Again, I love Jimmy to death. I think he's a huge part of Scottish bodybuilding and has been for the last 40 odd years. But I can't, because they tried to fuck me, or fuck us, I can't in good conscience push his show. If he was to break away from that federation, that fucking idiot, I would push his show.
Yeah.
But it's a spectacular show. Like, Jimmy really looks after everyone.
He does really care.
Yep, he really cares. The venue's awesome.
Yeah. The trophies that he puts on are
unbelievable.
Epic.
Yep.
Absolutely epic. He has guest posers every year as well. I think the last show I was there, the last show he did, Josh Dougal was there. Gave him a Pedro-sized fucking trophy.
Yeah.
Which was, it was really, really cool to see. So Jimmy really cares.
5'6".
Sell. Jimmy really cares about the show. Yeah. It's really, really cool to see.
Next up.
So following that, we've got PCA on the 5th.
Sorry to interject. Heavy Duty, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say this or not, are giving away prizes for every competitor competing this year. So Ollie at Heavy Duty, hats off. Sorry, continue.
So PCA on the 5th of April.
PCA on the 5th.
Yeah.
The big dog.
So the
nice
standard.
Enough to let us come and sell our wares, like a couple of pikeys at the show last year. Because we
don't think we can say that.
Yeah. But an incredible show. The venue is unbelievable. When I started, the whole brain fart behind starting the Granite, I wanted a theatre-style venue like they have. Ryan and Stephen were very hospitable, took me backstage, chatted to me over a bit and showed me what they do. And like, what they do is amazing. Like, I hear people say nasty things about the PCA, but I think you can say nasty things about any federation. But I'm not entirely sure there's anyone doing more for UK bodybuilding than the PCA, because there's a show every week. Nobody else does that. Nobody else does that. So yeah, they're the big fish. Stephen's a huge supporter of us. We're a huge supporter of him. We'll always push his show, and he pushes ours in turn. So yeah, massive fan.
Yeah.
He also came up with Rise and Shine. I'm not sure if many people know that. Stephen Cassidy.
Well, if you'll go back to our previous podcast, we actually spoke about Rise and Shine.
Yeah.
I think we tried some unreleased Rise and Shine.
I know I did. That stuff was good.
Yeah, I've never been so laser focused on a conversation in my life. By the way,
pharmaceutical grade Rise and Shine.
It was so crazy.
Steve was also nice enough to give me a shaker filled with single malt at the PCA Universe this year. So nothing but love for that guy.
Big time.
Yeah. So anyone else? I think there's some small federation maybe the day before us.
Well, we've got a couple in between that. So on the 11th and 12th, we have NABA.
Yep.
And then the UKUP.
NABA, not the federation they were, but I think there's a couple of instances where I've seen their judges talk the wrong, like literally say to competitors are on stage, not very nice stuff. I don't think that's a good look.
I remember, I think that was a Newcastle show, maybe a Newcastle show.
Like, hey man, you're too fat or shit.
You're not in great condition. We're going to send you off stage.
Can't do that.
Just play some
Can't do that. The boys paid his fee.
Yeah.
So yeah, not the federation they were, but a solid show. I think calling yourself Mr. NABA Scotland still has a chunk of weight to it.
It still sounds pretty cool.
I think Chris McCann won last year. He's incredible. Massive set of wheels. So yeah, still a very high standard of show.
Yeah.
But again, an older federation.
Yeah, then after that is UKUP, which, to be honest, the ones I've been to, it's a pleasant show.
It's a pleasant show.
It's quite
you're
a
never
cool
going
show.
to get a great deal of kudos for winning it or that. But again, more data, more stage time,
Yeah.
sharpen your skill set.
Yeah. Cool little venue.
Yeah.
Not enormous, slightly tiered seating up the back.
And they fill you full of pizza and cakes and stuff post-show.
Yeah, they
you know
do that.
The competitors, they saw the competitors with Domino's and
Unfortunately, I was in a diet and I wasn't able to stay.
stuff. No way, you stuck
I-
to the diet.
I had to drive down to Newcastle for work. So, I think Cammy, Logan and Connor all stayed and got a bit of food, but
Very
I had
sad.
to nip down
Anyway,
the road.
next.
So following on from that, the big weekend for us. So we have Two Bros on the 18th.
Yeah, so
Two
Two
Bros
Bros on the
Scotland.
18th. I competed with Two Bros last year. Did it for the crack to jump in with on Scottish soil, if you like.
Because at the time it was the last show of the season.
Yeah, it was like a Steve McDonald style of fucking. I'm 4 weeks out. Fuck it. Let's up the cardio. Drop me down to chicken salads only, and I'm glad I did it because I got to see, because everyone slates them, to be honest, about how they treat athletes. And I won't go into details, but it wasn't a great experience. Massively expensive, rushed on stage, rushed off stage. Boom, next. I felt like the judges wanted to get out of Glasgow as quickly as they could, and take as much money as they could. So it wasn't a great feeling as a competitor, but I had a blast. So yeah.
Yeah. So obviously there's that, and then you have the Granite City Classic on the 19th.
On the day of the Two Bros, we'll be in a warehouse, again, as I'd mentioned. So if you have any questions for us and you're competing at Two Bros, you'll need to wait till show day or possibly the Friday before, because we'll be inundated.
I mean, we'll be in warehouse till late o'clock at night. Steph will be doing our tanning in warehouse as well. And obviously we're opening up registration the day before to get any questions done, like you've said.
We also have a secondary tanner.
Yeah, it's Kira Millard.
Kira Millard, yeah.
Sorry, no. Kira Millard Gibson.
Gibson now, yeah.
She's been married since.
Yeah. So give her a shout. Once Steph, I think Steph has 2 or 3 spaces left. Once she's full, give Kira a shout.
All of our details are available just with either a message. I believe I've emailed everyone, or everyone up until the point when I emailed. Everyone has our details to get in touch with her as well.
So, like the Granite this year, so cool, is trending to be the biggest year yet, which is really cool. But it's a lot of pressure, man. Like I think I said it last year when Luke here was videoing me. Like I now feel like this isn't our show; it's Scotland's show. So we're going to put everything we can into it, man. Just need you guys to show up and give it the beans. I put a Q&A box up. Should we go over that?
Let's go to the Q&A box.
Q&A box. We'll just do a couple of the more interesting questions.
One or two.
How good is Yusuf looking that works at warehouse, by the way? He's looking fucking juicy, isn't he?
Right, what have we got?
Jumped up on stage last night. Okay. Right, let's start off with a funny one. Who wins in a fight? Tren in the booth or the Scottish bodybuilderists? Is that what the podcast is called?
Scottish Bodybuilding Podcast.
Yeah, it says bodybuilderists.
Who'd win in a fight? It's a very interesting question. So the impression I get from, I mean, obviously,
I think Tren in the booth are biters. I'm putting that out there right now. I think they would do biting and pulling of hair.
yeah,
They seem agitated.
I think Tren in the booth stand on business a bit more.
Yeah, we love your work, guys. Please
Yeah,
continue.
awesome, really cool podcast. I love watching it.
It's nice to see people held accountable. Good shout.
Yeah, and it's not just random people that's held accountable either.
But then you've got the albatross that is Blair and his giant reach. I'm pretty sure he boxed back in the day as well. So
Yeah,
Blair throwing hands from a distance. Oof.
Calvin, an ex-brickie, so he's probably got a bit of raw strength about him.
Arthritis.
Yeah.
Tell you what, guys. April 19th, front and centre, half time of the Granite.
Let's do it. No
Put the
more.
house lights up.
No more guest poser.
Have a settler, middle of the room.
Yeah, charity boxing match.
Shite bag if you don't.
Yeah, that would be an interesting one.
Yeah.
If this is, I'd imagine this would be on YouTube. Comment below who do you think would win in a fight. That'd be an interesting one. Also, like and subscribe, share, do all that sort of stuff. We'll mention it again. But an interesting one. I think I'm gonna go.
Wow, you're gonna put. What?
Should I put one on it?
Yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna say Trent in the booth.
Okay, I'll go with other guys because there's 3 of them and math. Right. Okay. Cian, I know show's stacked with classes already, but natty classes to encourage more youngsters.
So it's an interesting one. So I think just bodybuilding in general, like it's becoming a much younger sport. Our junior physique and our junior bodybuilding has never been so busy. So I don't think that.
We also have first timers as well.
There's the first timers.
So I think it's quite an accessible show.
Yeah.
But also, we're not natties.
We're not
the natties off the UK bodybuilding scene are spectacular at doing their thing. So I think there's an element of stay in your lane.
Yeah.
I love what the WNBF do. I love what the UK DFBA do. Two Bros and PC are now venturing into the natty world, which I think is great, but it's not who we are. It's also massive. If you speak to Steph and the guys at WNBF, it's hugely expensive.
Yeah. So going through what we would need.
Thousands of pounds.
So lie detector test for everyone.
Yeah.
Which is not, I mean, from what I've seen, it's not majorly covered by us, but it's covered by the athlete, which is...
So that make it really
I'd
expensive.
be ballparking to say anything between 60 and 90 pounds. Then you got P tests, which I believe is the same again. Everybody has to pay for a P test, whether it's the top 5 getting tested right after being on stage.
So then becomes a less accessible show.
So yeah, costs start building up.
And we don't have time. We also don't have time.
Yeah, so
like
what classes...
the show is stacked.
What classes do we make? Natty classes.
Yeah, what would you take away?
Now, it's very important to say that just because we're not a natty show, it doesn't mean we don't have natties
No, natty
competing.
people win.
Zoe Miller the other year.
Yeah. Steve McDonald.
Steve McDonald wins every year.
I hear Aaron is gunning for that title this year.
Mr. Aberdeen.
Steve, so watch out.
Yeah.
Aaron Bullfrog, if you're watching.
It's probably not the best to bring him up with a natty conversation. But going back to it, it's a massive thing to facilitate a natural class, even if it's just 3 or 4 people. The other thing is, like, what classes do we take out and what classes do we put in as natural? Do we put in one bikini natural class? Do we put in one junior class?
It's just not doable.
It's not feasible.
Next up, Lucas Cresswell. Will you stay at the ballroom for the foreseeable, given selling out so early this year?
Yes.
We'll be staying at the ballroom, man. Putting the show into a massive hall kills the atmosphere. 600 people, because we've priced up P&G Live before, it's 4 times as much as our current venue, so it would be not financially viable. We then lose the atmosphere, the sound system, the lighting, the athletes area then becomes an empty room. It would just absolutely murder what the Granite is.
Yeah. So Lucas knows exactly what he's getting when it comes to the ball.
And largely because of the venue, we're able to really look after competitors, spectators, and maintain the atmosphere. Yeah. So, no, bud. Elliot, chances of a best transformation category one day, asking for a friend. Now, first and foremost, shout out to Big Elliot.
Big shout to Elliot.
Trains at Warehouse, used to be a massive big fat fella, and is now... how many kilos down is he? He looks incredible.
I think he put up a video the other day. And also shouts to him for doing that. He said it was way out of his comfort zone, which I can imagine. I don't like doing this, but it's something we obviously need to provide to the people. Massively out of his comfort zone, but went on, had a chat. I think the number now, Elliot,
proud of him, man. See if he just gets his head down and grafts.
Just goes in, trains, gets his shit done, goes home. I think the number he said was 36 kilos.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but he's
so keep smashing it, bud.
Also, wears heavy duty all the time. I don't think I've only ever seen him in a Granite jumper once.
So support bodybuilding. But transformation classes, again, it's the same with the last one. Like, how do we fit it in? And then there are federations that have transformation classes that are more about that side of things.
So FMC, WFF, they both kind of do that.
That's their lane. I guess we're a bit more hardcore bodybuildery.
It comes down to a time element as well. So in my previous experience, what I've seen when it comes to a transformation class is you come out, you give a bit of a speech in a suit. Here's my before, here's my after, and here's what I've went through.
We don't have time for that.
Each person takes up maybe 10 minutes to start
huge respect to the guys, but like we go slightly over our timeline, and it costs us thousands of pounds every year, man.
Yeah, so. It's just it's a fitting in. Like, where do we fit it in? And then secondly, it's like, just leave it to the people who know what they're doing. Yeah. Just like the natty classes.
Would you ever consider adding in trained figure or women's bodybuilding? So, women's bodybuilding, I think I would love to see it, but same chat as before, we're already jam-packed. And who do you take out for it?
Yeah. So we have in previous years, I think our first 4 years, we have advertised saying we're doing figure.
Yeah.
So we've always had athletic, always had toned, and for 3 or 4 years we had figure.
Toned figure, we get a decent turnout. Trained figure, we never get a good turnout. So for that reason, it's got to go, man, so we can fit in. So like the wellness class, like we got nobody talking about it in the first year, and by year 5, it seemed like the bikini bodybuilding scene had moved on, or the bikini wellness, had moved on, and we were able to look at who we had registered, be like, right, we can put that class in now, because we have a very strict time frame to do things.
I think while we're on the subject, I probably already know the answer. Fit model?
It's something that's progressing. I see a lot of previous bikini athletes that have competed, like a lot of previous Olympians who maybe had like the former, I guess what was classed as bikini look, are now moving to that class and doing well in it. If it's something the sport in Scotland calls for, it's something we'll look at. I'd never like to say yes or no, unless I feel very strongly about it. But if it's a thing, we'd maybe look at it. Is it hardcore bodybuilding? If you're getting former Miss Olympias going into that class, I think it gives it a degree of credibility. But who's to say what will happen in the future?
Never say never.
Yeah.
What other questions do we have?
We have a couple more, but we should probably move on from questionnaire time. The other ones are just about you.
Give us at least one.
How tall are you?
Who actually asked? Was it? I can have a rough guess of who actually asked that, but that's ridiculous. I'm 5'10", officially 5'10", and because we're here, I need to address the story of why everyone thinks I'm short.
Look at the camera.
No.
Look at the camera.
Okay, I'm looking at the
Look
camera.
at the camera. Have you ever worn heel inserts in your shoes, Peter?
You bought me them as a joke.
As a joke. Why'd you wear them then? Why'd you wear them?
I don't.
You didn't have to put them on.
I don't wear them, right? I actually don't wear them because I took that as an insult.
Don't get short with me. This isn't
Fuck
personal.
you. So the reason I am being made out to be short, and it was probably Alex McMahon or something like that that asked that question.
Tune in next week, folks.
So when we first met, working on the door at Rev, it was me, you, who's 6'1", 6'2", just freakishly. You're just too tall, right? Then you got
average height, man.
Then you had Doug,
Just
who was
average
6'2", 6'3",
Big farmer.
and then you had Watsy, who was like 6'15". He was just way too tall. And I was the shortest of the bunch, and that's why everyone thinks I'm.
Oh, right, okay. So you were short, so people called you short.
No, I was the shortest.
Moving on.
I was the shortest of the 4.
Yeah. Okay.
Does it mean I'm short?
Right.
Moving on.
So I imagine this will probably be out by probably 8-7 weeks out, I think, by the time Lucas stuff gets together. On that, it's probably worth mentioning media packs. So is what is. First year we did the show, we didn't get it right with media packs. The pictures weren't great quality. Something I wanted to address immediately. Second year, slightly better. Third year, slightly better. And then, in steps, I keep referring to him as the magic eye, but I know that's Jay. But I'm not entirely sure. In Scotland, 100%, I know, I'm confident, there's not a better eye in Scotland for capturing bodybuilders. Being bodybuilders. So he's an athlete himself, knows when to click that shutter when it's posing time. If you look at our social media, a lot of those shots are his candid shots of him getting athletes because they're incredible and they make our job really easy.
Yeah.
Also from an athlete's point of view, you don't want to walk away with crap pictures. Like, because Luke and Dedicated are a small, well-knit team, like they're going to give you value, whereas a larger federation who are just taking pictures might not give you the time. Like they put everything into your pack. So for a small fee, you can get high quality images, candid images, show images, like anything else. And I don't think there's a better person in this country for doing it. So if you're registered, go get in touch, get a media pack.
Well,
He
we
also
hear from the man himself.
Yeah.
Come and join us.
You gotta come grab a seat.
Come and join us. He's just
have to sit on my
adjusting the
lap or
camera.
anything, it's fine.
I think you need to. I don't know if you do. Yeah, you need to clap as well to get the.
Are you in shot?
Yeah, I'm in shot.
You look massive.
One of one.
How tall are you?
Pete, you're
I'm
so...
5'11".
5'11".
5'11".
Do you even train anymore, Pete?
Fuck. I'm sitting further away.
Oh, right, okay. Optical illusion.
Yeah, he's got one of those fisheye lenses, so it's making me look smaller.
Yeah. It's true.
So this is Luke from Dedicated. He has a team of mercenaries that'll be running about on show day. Also looks after Darren Mullally, who'll be doing all their competitor interviews. I don't know how anyone hasn't put a microphone in that man's hand before, because he's class at it. It's just like, you're not winning this angle.
Fucking hate this. Why don't you go sit next to him?
So yeah, get in touch with Luke ASAP.
So where can we reach the media packs, Luke?
So as of this actually going live, they'll be out. So we released them just before the start of March. You can get them on dedicateproduction.com or our Instagram at dedicateproduction as well. Actually, a couple of collab posts with the boys leading up to the show. Hopefully, drive a bit of engagement and
Do our best.
You can order after the show as well. So we take photos and videos of everyone. If there's something you want after the show, awesome.
Have we
Look
ordered
how
ours?
humble he is. Look how humble he is.
Did we order ours?
Huh?
We ordered ours, yeah.
No.
Can't see. Nah. Can't see, man.
Yeah.
Just make me look taller than Pete.
Skinny.
That's it.
The only reason you look so much taller than me on the
I'm
Revs front
taller.
door is because it was on a hill.
Right, okay.
You're a short arse in real life. Once this goes up, we're gonna clip this and I'm gonna show you a real photo of me and you,
Right, okay. A real photo of me.
not edited at all.
Not edited at all. Yeah. So, sorry, off topic there.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a better media pack in the game. So if you go and look at a lot of the candid shots on our social media, and go speak to athletes that have got photos at shows, man. Like, the proof is in the pudding. Go ask them. There's nobody better.
Kind of as you said at the start of it, like PCA is the big fish.
Yeah.
With the big fish comes the big fish of photography, which is Fibos.
Yeah. If Fivos is talking a massive game about you guys, then you're obviously doing something right.
Yeah, me and Fibos have a good personal relationship. So like he's giving me pointers and stuff at the corners where I've maybe fallen a little bit short. And in turn, this year, 19th of April, big time.
Yeah.
Big time.
So yeah, Luke's a integral part of the team behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's important to touch on that. Like the family, the community of people that we have. I'm not being all emotional with William Wallace, but this wouldn't happen without the competitors, and it definitely wouldn't happen without the team behind the scenes. So Luke takes care of like all the stupid shit we suggest at the drop of a hat. Like, we want to do an infomercial. Luke fucking hops in his car, comes. We want to do this daft photo shoot in the middle of nowhere up a mountain. Yep, Luke's there with hiking boots. Like, we couldn't have that creativity without people like Luke. Rob that does our editing stuff.
We certainly couldn't look as professional.
Yeah. So I think I'm going to go ahead and give us. I don't think we're the best show in the UK, because I think that's a matter of opinion.
Yeah.
But I definitely think we are the best meme graphic generating
Our marketing-
federation.
Yeah,
in
our
the
marketing
UK.
is certainly up there.
12 weeks
Without
ago,
blowing our own
Penguin.
trumpet.
Yeah.
Like, because we can get away with, if anything we want. Our marketing
Completely independent, no
good.
federations. If you're an IFBB pro, by the way, £1,000. I'll probably like have a stroke. Just register.
That's a first.
Drop us a message. Oh, not another one.
I think public opinion is of that. Obviously, again, PCA, big fish, biggest show
Yeah.
in Scotland. Sure, on the competition front, maybe.
Yeah.
But I think I'm one of multiple people that would say Granite is the show.
We have, like, I love the PCA. They have like 57 dates throughout the year or whatever. So I've got no idea how they manage that. It's incredible. But we have one day to make it as fucking awesome and ridiculous as possible. So that's a great thing for us. Also means we're trying to hit a bit of a moving target, because we get one shot at it on the day. But like how we do things compared to most, like, if you've been, you know. If you haven't been, go watch the YouTube. Like, how we do things is a bit different from everyone else does them. I'd say it's a bit of a hybrid between 90s and early 2000s WWE and a bodybuilding show. And that's exactly what we set out to do.
You're Vince McMahon and I'm...
Shane McMahon,
Yeah.
Doink the Clown.
I thought you were going to reference a short wrestler. I thought you were going to say like Rey Mysterio or something like that.
No, I've got respect for Ray.
Wow. Okay.
Doink the Clown.
Hornswoggle.
Oh, fuck. Right.
Anyway,
So anyway, that's how we view the show. That's how we view Luke. Like Darren coming in, the judges we have are exceptional, absolutely exceptional. We've added to the ranks this year. We've got Dean and Lauren, both PCA pros, coming along to help judge. We've got Chris Bain, who's competed and won every single show that's ever been in Scotland, everywhere. So we have some of the best judges in the world in Aberdeen at our show. And we have most of the WMBF pros and their behind the scenes team come along. We also have Cammy Duncan, Darren helping out. Yeah, what a team. What a team. And Louis Barker from Warehouse.
big shout to Louis Barker.
He's my right-hand man on show day.
Yeah.
Cracks open a monster for me, feeds me Haribo.
Saves me doing it.
All with a smile.
Yeah.
All with a smile.
All with a smile.
Shout out to Louis Barker.
Louis never asks why, he just does.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Awesome.
We love him.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've covered the changes this year. So bikini, we'll be in the show. We'll be in Warehouse the day before the show. So if you've had any questions, any stresses, we'll be there to help, man. We'll be there to help. Steph will be there doing her tanning as well. And that, if you get a chance, man, go into that gym the day before the show because it is electric. Like that gym is full to the brim with not tripods, but the occasional videographer. No offense. Occasional videographer, athletes, coaches, people prepping. So the gym is rammed. It's great banter. It's great to see in Scotland that level of community. So yeah, get your arse along to Warehouse the day before if you can.
Yeah.
I'm probably not going to train, to be honest, because I just...
We're not going to have time to train.
No, I'm trying to train, yeah.
I'll grab a set of dumbbells and take them down next to our small desk. We'll just do some bicep curls.
Yeah.
That's the most important stuff.
So from the layout, nothing's really changing in regards to the show. Everything will be where it was last year, so that should give you a degree of confidence. There's a bunch of videos we did last year explaining the route you have to take. That's exactly the same. Again, nothing changes, so go watch them if you need to. But yeah, more and more the same. We'll do our best to turn the notch around, turn the dial around another notch this year.
Yeah. 8th of March is worth mentioning as well. We have a
Posing
seminar on the 8th of March, headed up by our head judge, Steph Noble.
Actual bodybuilders, actual pros, delivering a posing seminar. So people that have travelled the world competing, winning shows will be able to direct you, advise you. Also, like, familiarise yourself with your battleground or your environment. So you'll be able to be around other competitors, you'll get to chat to them. So when you arrive on show day, it's less stressful is the idea as well. Also, it's not just open to people registered. Like if you just want to come and get some tuition, come along. It's a nominal fee to come. To be honest, we just do it to cover Luke's fee. Sorry, bud, worth shouting out. Got to keep you in that cold Buxton.
He's good, but he's not cheap.
Yeah, he's very good. But yeah, man loves a bit of cold Buxton. Anyway, what else do we have? Running order, PCA. Do you have anything else we need to cover?
You excited for anything coming up?
Yeah. I'm excited for the new Granite drop coming up soon.
That is a very nice jumper he's wearing.
Very nice jumper. One of one currently. No one else actually has this jumper.
Yeah, there's a few people that have got their eye on those particular jumpers. They are arriving, by the time this comes out, I'm going to head and say this week. So there'll be a drop before the show, and then we'll have a separate order arriving just for show day and show day alone. So yeah, so excited for that.
Yeah, everything can be reached on our website. Everything you need.
The clothing allows us to spend money on the show. It pays for the venue, it pays for trophies, it pays for everything. So if you're kind enough to buy Clobber, we get to put on even more of a ridiculous show than the one you see before you. So
bingo.
Let's have it.
2026 will be 8 weeks out by that point.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, if that's everything.
I think that's everything. Is that everything? Is your microphone on?
Still on.
Make bodybuilding great again.
I thought it was my line.
What's mine now? I don't even know if you have your
Make
microphone.
bodybuilding great again.
There you go.
To the camera.
Make bodybuilding great again. But he's going to clip it halfway through. Cool.
Yep.